and Breakdowns.
Welcome back to the Chill Sounds and Breakdowns podcast. We are on episode 125, and actually it's a special episode because it's the last podcast episode in this room. So I don't know why. And honestly, this is also the last podcast of October, and then we have Lost in October.
Dude, we're
today.
so lost. We're so lost.
I literally thought about that joke, and I'm like, that's corny. Don't fucking say that.
No,
I still did it anyway. So
I didn't realize that.
yeah, I was like, oh, this is the last one of the month. But no, thank you guys for being here. How are y'all today?
We're good. Pretty early, but
Yeah,
we go pretty early.
I was wondering. I mean, we
Yeah.
tried once before, kind of had a little mix up with time and shit like that.
It's
but,
all good.
dude. It happened. So I'm just glad we could make it happen.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate you guys making the time. But you were talking about. So this podcast is kind of like your second time doing
Yes.
some sort of interview kind of thing. And the first one wasn't so great.
Nah.
And like I said, you don't have to name who it was with
Yeah.
or whatever. But so what they do?
So basically, what had happened was, we went on their podcast, and everything that we said, they cut up and made it into different sentences, and they. I was talking about my lyrics meaning one thing, but they cut it up and made it into an entirely different thing. Thank God we don't play that song anymore.
I know.
Yeah, we don't play that song anymore.
We scrapped that thing.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
But
When did you
yeah,
scrap that song?
It wasn't good.
it wasn't good,
wasn't
and
good.
honestly, partly because of the interview. So
Really?
yeah, we morphed. It was two songs.
Oh, gotcha.
We shortened it. It's just one condensed
Yeah,
one
you
now.
just made
it's
one.
what we open with typically.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, good news is we won't do that here, so it's all right.
Yeah.
and but they also had us play our song, and they mixed it fucking horribly. I think it was all bass, no guitar, and all vocals and a little bit of drums.
Yeah.
So there was pretty much no guitar and all bass and vocals.
They took the DI bass on the amp head. And
Nobody
only
knows what
had
that fucking means, dude.
Some people will. No, there was no cab sound.
True.
That's great, and it's kind of what's a little nerve-wracking about even recording with people and stuff like that, but live especially, you need to make sure people take care of it.
Yeah.
Because again, live, it's not like your normal studio sessions where you're okay, we're gonna hammer this in until it gets done. You get a few tries, you know what I mean, to get this done live. So it needs more attention paid to it. So missing guitars is nuts. That's honestly
I know.
wild.
And they made us
I
do
know.
it 8 times so they could get the mix right when they could have literally just done it afterwards.
Yep.
So
Were they trying to mix it live or something?
yes, they were trying to mix it live, but they had the stems.
Yeah, they were trying to print it live.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very weird.
That is really weird for something you're putting out like that. That's kind of because it's not a live. It wasn't a live stream, right?
No.
So yeah, that
It
makes
was,
no
it was
sense.
podcast, then a clip at the end is an outro card.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Yeah. I don't even know.
We're gonna scrap that one. This is the first time you guys are doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. So I kind of just want to learn a little bit about the band. To be honest with you, to my knowledge, y'all are pretty new onto the scene, and I kind of just want to see how y'all got started.
Well, I joined the band about a year ago in October, I think. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. In October.
Yeah.
So we're
That's when
about
we got lost.
Yeah.
That's how you lost it.
But yeah, we basically started playing shows 8 months ago, maybe.
January, February. I think February.
Yeah,
was our first
February.
show.
Okay.
was
And then
our first
before
show.
that, how was the band around for a long time before that?
So
or,
we were
or just kind of jamming.
it was more of a jam band
Yeah.
than anything. We did this was before him. We did a talent show thing for our drummer in high school. After that, no shows, no nothing. We tried to get this other girl singer. We weren't even metal at that
Really?
point.
They were saying Evanescence type
Yeah,
shit.
it was
Okay.
alternative, Flyleaf, Evanescence, that kind of thing. She didn't work out. Completely switched up our sound. He kind of helped, glue it all together.
Yeah.
So other than that, 2 years before him, maybe.
Yeah.
How long the band's been together?
So you think right when she left, it was kind of deciding where to change complete directions. Do you feel like that's more what you kind of really wanted to do?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay, that makes sense.
I think like commercial making money wise, it's easier with a girl singer,
Sure.
but it's more fun playing hardcore.
Yeah.
So,
No, the
yeah.
hard and it's like a scene to be in, the hardcore scene in any like town or whatever, but like in this area in particular, like
DFW hardcore scene is
They're-
fucking awesome.
they're
Yeah.
so fucking fun, those shows.
Yeah.
Like every show, like every like hardcore like lineup you got going on, like your crowd is gonna be like great.
Oh, yeah.
So which makes again what playing live is like the funnest part I think about being in a band is like getting to actually like play those songs live, and then that particular crowd is always gonna like throw down like for you. You know what I mean? If you bring it and you bring energy, and I every time I've seen y'all, I'll definitely do that.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah. But it's
try.
definitely a good scene to be part of. Yeah. Okay, so 8 months playing like all like shows and all together. When you came in, how does writing take off? Do you guys already have stuff built or?
Well, first time we got together, I think I did an audition, and it was like, I think I played Deep in the Willow and My Plague by Slipknot. So, and we still play Deep in the Willow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But our first writing session, I think, was like 3 practices in, and we wrote Lazarus, which is on Apple Music and Spotify.
Please
little
stream
plug.
it.
Yeah,
Please
little
stream
plug. And yeah, that was our first writing session, and then we really started getting like in a groove with writing about like 4 months ago. That's when we started writing most of our album.
Okay.
So we started writing an album, and we wrote all of the songs that we do on the album, and we just need to record them at this point. So
Okay. So,
Yeah.
So pretty much have an album kind of done. Just
Yep.
needs to be recorded.
Just need some more vocals on it, pretty
Gotcha.
much. Vocals and mixing.
Because right now you have Lazarus is the first song y'all
Yeah.
put out. How early into like you being in the band was that put out?
that got released on my birthday, so like January.
2 months, 3 months.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
it was written for a while though.
It was written for a minute.
I think only like not even a month we started writing that.
Yeah.
Because it was a song we had with the old singer.
Yeah.
Completely different. He just kind of like switched the same chords, same feel, kind of like guided the writing session, but everyone else did the writing.
Gotcha.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No. I definitely know what that means a lot because like so I played in a band like for a few years and that like I did vocals and like I said I didn't like I grew up playing guitar and stuff like that, but I never knew how to like compose and like write on like a guitar or whatever. So that was my job was like okay like y'all are playing some dope shit. Let's figure out how to put it together, you know what I mean? Or like how I like to arrange stuff.
Yeah,
And
That's
does
a
that
lot,
a lot.
That's a lot how I am. Like we had this song. Like I don't play drums at all.
Mm.
I can't play drums for shit except on Rock Band. But yeah, I don't play drums at all. And we have this song called Sea of Trees, and it starts with the like with the drums doing that.
Yeah.
Like I was the one that figured out like or I was the one that kind of inspired that like groove,
Yeah.
but like Sean was the one that like pieced it together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with Sean and our bass player Kusha, unfortunately they couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
So sad. Womp womp.
Hi, Sean.
Hi. But yeah. They have really good ideas, and like we just need to like get us all together, you know? So I think that's partly what me and Landon do is like try to figure out a way to make it all cohesive while they write like kind of the backbone of the songs. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, like usually it's like someone really writing maybe like a skeleton of something or even just parts because and you need like an outside view to look at like all the parts together because otherwise like what the problem that I used to run into is with my band is sometimes we would just want to put like we wrote cool stuff and it's like just put them together and then you end up with what's the term like riff salad or whatever
Yeah. Oh,
where it's
yeah.
just literally just like it's a bunch of like cool parts but they don't work together you know what I
yeah.
mean but I feel like as like I said, a vocalist who wasn't playing anything, instrument or anything like that in the band, that's all I got to do. All I got to do was watch from an out, like
That's
from
how
like,
I've- yeah.
So
That's
you're
how I
kind of
feel.
just like listening to everything, and that's what I used to do. Just like, hey, just loop a bunch of parts, just loop it. Like that used to be like the phrase that I said like so much. Just like just loop that shit, and we'll figure it out. And it's just like learning. So I knew most of like the skeletons of parts before like even the band kind of like knew it together, because I was already picturing it. And on top of that, I may have not have parts written, but like I knew where I wanted to go and stuff. So that's what kind of helped me piece stuff together. It's like, oh, it's because I kind of want to try this. Yeah. This will go well together, you know, if we, you know, put this riff after this or this, whatever. But yeah, it looks like you guys started writing pretty early into you joining the band. Did you guys already like know each other before that? No. Okay. So how did you just randomly like audition?
So I was working at Hot Topic at the time, and a dude, I met a dude there, Andy from Last Night of Solace. Our friends. Yeah.
Shout out Andy.
Shout out Andy. Shout out Cameron. Shout out all those dudes.
Hell yeah.
We love you guys. But yeah, I met him, and I got his Instagram and shit. We were like talking about music and all that, because I wanted to be in a band, and I was like telling him, oh shit, I've just been looking for a band. And then I think Andy follows Sean. Yeah, Andy follows Sean, and Sean posted on his story that they were looking for a vocalist. So Landon, I texted. So Andy texted Sean. Is a weird story, but yeah, it's like a whole. It's a web, man. Like, yeah,
this guy talked to this guy, talked to
and
this
then
guy.
Yeah. So basically, what had happened was we got together by Andy, and yeah, I basically auditioned by singing My Plague in the restroom, like in a video.
Yeah,
and it did not sound good whatsoever.
There's potential.
There was potential, which we found eventually. But yeah, the singing was not good because they wanted me to sing.
Oh,
initially.
Well, that's what y'all were like used to, you know, before.
They were like, oh, we want this to be a metalcore kind of project, and I'm like, you sure?
It's like, you sure? Because I can do this instead.
Yeah,
so y'all saw that video. Like, what's like the thought process there? Like, did you have like other people kind of look into the band, or did you kind of like?
Yeah, that you had that
28-year-old
dude.
We just kind of posted something on Instagram, had people we know talk to other people who like screamed or sang, kind of talk to those people who wanted to be in the band first, see what they could do for us. But we don't want a 28-year-old in a band with us. We were all in high school.
That's true.
That's fucking weird.
That's kind of weird.
That is weird. So part of the reason Ben's here is because he was also younger.
Yeah.
Because he was the only not person like under 25, 30 that wanted to do it. Okay. But he was also best sounding out of all of them.
So it kind of matched up. They worked out together.
We just watched videos online of just people that wanted to be in it first.
Oh, okay.
And yeah.
Wasn't that on Band or what was it? Band Finder or whatever? Oh, wasn't
it?
No,
it was just on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's cool, because the biggest part in like making a band work is chemistry, and that already like is setting you like you. First of all, yeah. I mean, y'all were on high school. I mean, your drummer still is, right? Yeah, because he's the youngest, right?
Yep. Shout out Sean. We love Sean.
Yeah,
we love Sean.
I remember talking to him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, he's 15." I'm like, "Whoa, okay."
Yeah.
But so was like, I think, because how old is Andy? Andy just turned.
He's 16.
16, yeah. So
or 16 or 17.
I think he's.
Wait, he might be 18. Now. I don't know.
I think he's 17 now, but I think like when I first heard of him, like he was 15, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's crazy,
dude.
Crazy
both Andy and Sean are not only good drummers for their age, they're just good drummers. They're like amazing drummers.
That's kind of what's sick, is that they're just good. You know what I mean? Like that. That's
like people
really
don't just view them as like, oh, that's a sick ass like young drummer. They're like, oh, that's the sick ass drummer.
Yeah. So that's what like and it's just, I mean, just a little tangent here. Like I had a drummer podcast, and then Jonathan of Unity, who set all that up. So I had like I think we had Jordan from Joy. We had Dewey from No Cure and Bleak.
Oh, I fucking love No Cure.
Yeah, and
shout out them. They just got stabbed. That's not good.
Fucking
dude,
wild.
That's fucking crazy.
Two of them got stabbed. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, go buy that shirt that they put out.
Dude, I know that shit was so hard, dude.
But yeah, I had that. But like one of the things is like, oh, like I want to bring like, you know, like let Andy be in here, because I would like, he's already super talented. Like I want him to hear like perspectives not only from us, but we get to hear perspective from like someone younger at that age. So I love that, because he was like, oh, okay, like he understood that like and he's got his own perspective of like someone like really young coming up and being, you know, already really good. But yeah, chemistry and like a band chemistry, like you want to make sure like it makes sense that you feel comfortable. And yeah, I mean, a 28-year-old in a like high school band is kind of weird. Yeah. So that, I think that was definitely steering clear. That was a good idea. Okay, so you found him in right away, just kind of just like a few jams in and like, let's start writing kind of thing, which is good. Like, it's good that you guys understand each other to write. Because again, that goes on hand in hand with that chemistry thing. Like, you got to be able to understand each other. Like music language wise, like, hey, what if you try this type of shit? What looks like in that drum part that you were talking about, same thing, like your drummers are able to understand like what you're going for. Yeah. Again, but also build. But yeah, that's super early, like on into like being together as a band and made that switch. So then like from the metalcore switch, you kind of see what he can do and then decide like, let's lean more into like hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Writing Lazarus was when we kind of fully committed to it, to the switch. Cause we tried some sort of singing thing before that. I can't really remember. But
they told me to take a video of what I've got.
Yeah.
And
I was
like, no.
We need to find that video.
No, we don't.
I have it somewhere.
No, we don't.
No.
Hey, if I find it,
dude,
you got to put it in the podcast.
Dude,
like,
no,
there's a clip right
please,
here.
Yes,
bro.
No, it's okay. No, I definitely know the feeling. I've like deleted it so bad, like our old like first like recordings of stuff, because I'm like, and I used to tell my band like when later on I'm like, I used to suck, y'all let me like put this shit out. Like,
that's how I feel.
But no, that's another like thing I talk to like bands about is that communication of like, are you able to tell each other when you don't like something and be able to not take it to heart, which is kind of hard because like this is like you're writing like, oh, I don't like that guitar part, like there's like ways to say it. And I know early on in the band, like we didn't have good communication. It was more like if you didn't like something, instead of being like, why don't we try something else? It was more like, that's just not it. Like that sucks or whatever. And people would get offended. Again, it was a lot of ego stuff, but it hindered like writing for fucking years. Cause like we were always, it felt like more like of an attack or stuff. But definitely learning how to build that is cool. But yeah, you put out a new song not too long ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did.
Is that part of like the new album or is that just completely like one off?
Both.
Both?
I mean, both Lazarus and The Ground Shows at its roots is going to be on the album. Okay. So yeah, but we're going to re-record both of those, I'm pretty sure.
No?
Not both of them.
What are you talking about?
I thought one of them. Oh.
Not anytime soon.
Here's that fighting happening.
Yeah. I know.
The chemistry.
Later on, we might re-record Lazarus, but it's
probably not The Ground Shows at its roots though, because we got that down pretty good.
That's going to be the second track.
Yeah.
Okay. Album's coming out. I don't know when it'll come out. It's not done yet.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Still gotta record that stuff. When it comes to like lyric writing on the album, do you take full like responsibility over that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the newest one, is that like a specific like narrative you know of, or is that something that you kind of just like made up?
It was that was kind of about like how it feels going to like a 9 to 5 and it not going anywhere.
Okay.
Like doing the same shit like kind of every day, and you just feel kind of beat down and like life has no meaning, like that type of shit. Okay. And like how like the companies that you work for don't care about you and all that shit. For sure. Like kind of how like blue collar, like just that kind of whole. Yeah.
Okay. Does anything particularly spark like the idea? Do you let the song kind of just play and then you're like, okay, it might be about this, or do you go into it knowing what you want to write? So
what I do is I like just say random shit. Like when I first like listened to it, like I listened to it and then I just scream random shit that I think works to get like an idea of the rhythm, and then I listen to that track again, get a better idea of the rhythm, like refine the rhythm, and then I re-record that. Then I get a better idea of the lyrics, and then I rewrite the lyrics to that rhythm.
Okay, so basically like your cadences and rhythms.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that definitely like makes it a little easier to do it after the fact. I used to do like that makes sense to me. That's when you say that, like it makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, like I can figure out beats of how I want something to go in. And then sometimes like I would like scream a random word and I'm like, why the fuck did I say that? Like, all right, let's figure that shit out. Or like, can I build a whole song around this? And then, but yeah, like cadences and stuff like that make sense to me, which is probably why like a lot of the music that I like has really strong like rhythm sections. Like because that's like a beat or a groove is gonna fucking catch anybody, and especially when you play live shows, that's the shit that like makes people move. So you pay more attention to that stuff. Do you guys make adjustments to songs like once you've played them live and like
kinda, for sure
100%.
Pretty much every song we've played live we've changed after.
It's a good way to gauge like your audience reaction. Like if you see someone likes a particular thing, like, oh, let's put more of that shit in, you know what I mean? Or if like, you know, people move to that, people do this, and it's really easy to be like, oh, we can kind of adjust this to make something, you know, for a live performance, which in a hardcore scene, I feel like the live performance is the biggest like part of it, like more than recording, I think, you know? At least based on what I can see, you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a bigger like input into like what that live show is gonna look like. Did you before that you said you played like the you know the talent show or whatever, and then got into like playing the shows here? Like, what was your first introduction to playing like shows here?
Cut that. Can't have the name in there. Cut that.
Beep.
First podcast people.
Yeah, the first podcast people.
Did they reach out? Did you like someone you knew?
I think it was Kusha. Was it Kusha?
I don't remember. I think they reached out.
I think
maybe.
they reached out.
Okay.
It was just like a show. It was a pay to play show also. But they just reached out. It was like a festival thingy. Whole like buttload of people. Way too many people.
Way too many people.
Way too many.
No, it started at 9 and ended at 9. It was
in the morning?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
At some like random ass bar, and like everyone had like a 15-minute set, and so it was like probably
what the fuck?
I know.
like 40 something. It was a lot.
That's a shit ton of fucking people.
And there was nobody in the bar.
Yeah.
Except for us.
Yeah, we were the only people that pretty much pulled. Well, we didn't stay that long.
No, we didn't stay super long.
We didn't stay to see.
I mean, staying fucking 12 hours to see.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't.
After you're like loading into.
I literally.
That sounds so fucking hectic.
Yeah, I lived like 5 minutes away from that venue, so I was just like, I'm out. Fuck this, dude.
Interesting.
Because
we were done with them.
Yeah,
bad experience.
I've just seen like stuff where I don't know them at all. And all I've seen is just like the place, and it looks like they just have all this stuff. But I've kind of seen them trying to put stuff together, but I don't think they've interacted with us as far as I know. But yeah, from what I've seen, it just doesn't seem like they figured it out yet or whatever. Nope. Yeah,
because they do it for the money. They don't do it to help. They don't do it because it's fun.
You feel like that? Okay.
Yeah.
From firsthand experience, definitely.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like you can tell, like, on people who do it, like, for that reason. And anything, right? But, like, especially, like, because people always, like, ask, like, why we started, like, doing it, like, in Noise Ride or whatever. And it was because we all played in bands. Like, we all went to shows. And I'm like, you know what can we do, like, to be part of this? You know what I mean? So we, like, little shit that we, like, try to do for bands. Because, like, when we were playing shows, there was stuff, like, easy shit, like communication shit. Like I was like, what time should we be here? Like everything now is like sent in it, like document stuff. Like, do people actually like promote your show and like do things like to actually get people to go? Like little stuff like that. But I realize in the grand scheme of things, like those, that's the shit that means something. Like, are you playing shows to be part of a community? You know what I mean? Like, do people like throwing your shows give a shit about like the bands playing and people playing? Which is again why we do like a lot of stuff, because we like do shows, we do this, like there's the whole point we do this is because like we want to share more of like the bands that we know that are fucking cool, like are good and like are doing things, and to show them off. We do like a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's definitely, you can tell the difference when someone gives a fuck about what they're doing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Especially even like with music, for sure. Like I definitely, if you're not like genuine to the shit that you're making, like I don't know why, but I can tell like so bad. Like if it feels like you're forcing some sort of generic thing or something like that's not you, like that comes out. Like, in as much as like people think they hide it, I feel like it comes out like in your playing and your songwriting or whatever. Yeah. Like you just want to put out what makes you feel like yourself. You know what I mean? and I think every time like when I see y'all, like y'all are just up there like having fun. That's honestly like the biggest thing with me, like in performances, like if bands are actually enjoying doing what they're doing.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's such a big deal. How do you feel like let's say for example like the hardcore community or whatever, like the music community that you've kind of come into, how does that, like, does it feel receptive? Like
100%. We love everybody.
Yeah.
So we kind of came into the scene thinking that everyone was kind of like against us. Like it kind of, and like we were like trying to get a spot, you know?
oh gotcha.
That is,
So-
that's definitely
Yeah.
what it felt like.
Yeah. Like we were like trying to get spots before other bands and all that. Like we were like, oh, we got to do this before this band so we can get that spot.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then when we played our first show, we were like, oh, like everyone is just chill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think for sure now. I think there was a point in time, and everybody like has a different story like about it, whatever. But I do remember kind of doing the same thing coming in, and it was probably because like the first thing we played was like a battle of the bands for like something, and it sparks that competition shit. And like I think for a bit, like I thought like, oh well, people are just trying to, you know, be better than me. That means I got to think the same way. Like I got to be better. And then for like a while, like it clouded kind of like, why am I doing? Again, it takes away from like, why the fuck am I even in a band? You know what I mean? Is it to be better than other people, or is it to fucking write some dope shit that I want to write?
exactly.
But yeah, I think nowadays you realize really quickly that like, oh shit, the community is just trying to have a good time. Like it's just trying to be cool. And then how people want to be like supportive, you know what I mean? Like and it's, I don't know, it's just way nicer than I think it was. But there definitely is, I'm not saying it's completely gone, but like there's might be some people that still view it like that way, but it's, I think, the minority now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, because it
100%.
definitely feels like a lot.
I've only met like 2 people that think that way.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So like they're there, but it's
Just steer clear of those. You know what I mean? Like
know.
it's so easy to like just be supportive of like your scene and stuff like that, and that's what
yeah.
makes it grow. Okay, so writing a new album, well, the album's kind of written. Are those songs you already play live?
Yes.
Yes.
Our entire set list is going to be on the album.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty much every song we play live. It's just getting an official release.
Gotcha. Okay. So everything, do you think it'll still shift a little more when you go into the studio as far as like the writing goes?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're going to make, I know myself, and I know, like, when I hear it, I'm probably just going to go, oh, we should probably tinker that a little bit, or, like, change something in the mix or something like that.
Do you guys know, do you like your own tracking, or do you
Yeah, we
plan
do.
on going? So
We
okay.
track everything, we edit everything, but we don't mix it.
Okay. You send it off for that. Is that what you're planning to do for the album, or do you want to actually
Yeah.
go and record? Okay.
I have all drums, bass, guitar completely recorded and edited already.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on me and him to get his vocals done because that's what we tweak a lot
Okay.
And
Is-
some features.
is vocals.
Nice.
But yeah, we just need to record it.
do you handle
send it
most of
off.
that? Who does all the tracking?
Pretty much me.
You? Okay.
Yeah,
How long have you been doing that?
Just with the band, to be honest.
Really?
I last year I took 2 semesters of audio engineering
Okay.
just to like get my grip on it a little bit more. But I've been doing like writing and recording stuff since freshman year high school.
Oh, gotcha.
But I didn't do any of the behind the scenes stuff. So that's what I wanted to get more into, and recording us and editing it has helped a lot.
Yeah, no, putting it into practice and is the biggest part, because like when you're learning that shit, is just getting experience doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And when you have a band, like it kind of helps both ways, right? So you help the band. It's like, oh well, we get to kind of have somebody to track in and record demos or whatever you're recording, like when you can, and then you at the same time get to practice and tinker as much as you fucking want on a song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I think is becoming like the normal, like to have someone in the band that like does that, if not like everybody, because it's getting a lot more common. I feel like because it's
So expensive.
so expensive
Yeah.
to go somewhere and do it, for sure, and it's just more accessible these days, like to be able to get like the basic setup to kind of do it. Like I remember it just used to be, to me in my eyes before, it was like you have to go somewhere like a studio or something. Like there's no way you can do this shit at home. And then like in the past whatever years, seeing what people make in like their fucking bedrooms is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
how people are producing like entire like albums like in there.
Like Poma and shit.
Yeah.
Like that dude, that's just one guy, and he's just been like just releasing shit constantly. Shout out Lipoma.
Yeah, there's so many people like that are just putting out some really cool shit again that they make all themselves. And then again, not only the access to the stuff, but access to learning how to do it. It's all fucking like online. Like everything you can
YouTube.
You just have to like have the time and dedicate like to watch it. Like so DJ who runs Noise Art with me also like does mixing and stuff like that. And like I remember when he was starting, that's all it was. It's just like fucking YouTube video after YouTube video. At the same time we were like all using the Noise Art YouTube. So I would see just like a stream of videos and just like all just like these minute things of like studio stuff, and I'm just like fuck, like, and he's just like watching. He's like, yeah, I've been watching these for hours, and like, and then working, you know what I mean, like, and then like, okay, like learning something, trying it out, learning something, okay, let's try this out, and then a friend of mine asked me to do like a vocal feature the other day, and I haven't tracked with DJ in like years now, and I was like, oh, do you mind tracking it for me? And then I heard the finished product, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're way the fuck better now. I'm like, so it's cool to see like progress in that way. Have you kind of seen that as you've gone on, like how better and better like you're getting at it?
Yeah, like just recently, yesterday, I was doing a test mix on a song we just recorded his vocals for, just to, like, fuck around.
Yeah.
And then I listened back to a mix I did of that same song without vocals like 3 or 4 months ago, and it's like completely different.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound like the same song.
Wow. Just in just a few months, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But that's, again, it's a thing that's rewarding, like almost not instantly, but you can see that progress, like, because you can go and review like older mixes and be like, oh shit, it is getting better. Because it's hard. Like, I know, DJ and a few of my friends like always talk about like the audio fatigue of it all, where it's like you're tinkering. It's like, I don't know if it's changing, or you think you're changing it to get better, then you realize like at the end like, oh, maybe it's not, and then you feel like you're not doing better until you see like that kind of full picture thing where you're like, oh, okay, no, it does like sound better or this and that. Do you have a difficult time figuring out when like a song is done?
Yeah. Especially during not necessarily like finalizing a song. But the start of the like writing process, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'll have a main idea that we build off of, but we kind of just improv until we find something that works. And then the improv goes on way too long, and then we lose the whole song.
Do you like, do y'all write in the same room, like together, like as a jam or something?
Yeah, we jam out at our drummer's place.
Okay. Does it like someone usually like just bring an idea and it's like, let's just play this? Okay.
Typically. Or we'll
Usually,
have no idea.
Usually, what our new writing method is usually what would happen is they write a song,
just me
Landon and Sean, and then they send that to me. I write lyrics to it if I like it, and then we come back all together, and then we figure it out and like fix parts that I didn't like, or add in parts that I think are cool. Yeah.
Okay, that seems to work. I definitely like writing in jams because it feels what's the right word for it? I don't know. I think again, like it's bringing it back to that term, like the band chemistry thing. Like if you're on a room kind of working on something together, like it just feels like you are working together. But I know like that's me also thinking about like sometimes like the way like the old school way of writing, which is all together in the same room. But I've seen like people right now like just online write back and forth. I actually just had a guy in here. His name is Nick Ryland, and he writes like instrumental, like guitar music and stuff like that. But he writes over Discord with like 3 friends. One is like in Oregon and one somewhere else, and they get like on a call, and then they literally send sessions back and forth to each other and like write music like in a night. Cool. You know what I mean? Actually, the song like he sent me to do vocals on, he wrote like in a night with his friends, like just over Discord, and I'm like, that's kind of fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like just to see the way that happens. But I feel like that's just like the modern version of like, let's sit in a room together. Like we're still on a call together, like figuring this shit out together in real time. But I do like the real time aspect of it, of like, because I've had instances where like someone's playing something, again, like jamming something on a loop, and then some like random idea just comes up, like, wait, what if we do this? And that excitement of being in that same room and having an idea and it panning out and being like, oh shit, that was good, and people liking it, like, I don't know, that energy is really nice, like especially like I said in those jams and stuff like that. So jam writing is one of my favorite, like, definitely ways to write. So writing the album, is there anything like what are you planning to do, let's say with the band in general? Like, do you have a vision for it, or is it just what are you doing right now?
I don't really have anything planned post album release, to be honest. It's just kind of roll out 2 or 3 singles, space them out and release, so that way we get some consistent traffic flow.
Yeah.
Might have some features. I don't know yet. Maybe. Play more shows, try to get more fans. I don't really have a plan right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just kind of going with the flow.
So talking about that, like, since you are writing an album and planning on putting it out, you just talked about like kind of spacing out your singles and stuff like that. How do you feel about the whole like idea with like having to have like an album rollout, like figuring out, you know, what songs should go out, like when, what stuff needs to come out with it, whether it be music videos, whether it be like the content game of like putting stuff out. Like, are you guys really like focused on that, or someone?
I try. It's hard.
Yeah.
I've been doing stuff with music videos. Like I've been writing scripts for them.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been looking for videographers and stuff. So we can start like trying to get an idea of when we can do it and how to get all the materials together and all that. But I have about 2 scripts finished for music videos. Yeah.
So you want to do like more of like a storyline like in it?
Not
Or
really.
just-
No, is it? Well, I mean, scripts just like, oh, this goes here, then this will go here, like directing it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, storyboarding helps.
Yeah. More like storyboarding.
I didn't do that on my first one, and it was like the guy who did our video like did such a good job, but I knew he was tired of our shit because we were just like, this is what I have like done, and I'm like, okay, and he did it. He like cut us a deal with it. He drove up from Austin to record it. He didn't tell us, but we did a 2-day like shoot because we did a storyline and a performance thing that again like was all in my head, but I was just like, this is what I plan on do. And here we drove to like 3 different locations. Like it was a lot that he did on a budget, and he didn't even tell us, but he like his friend bailed on him like where he was gonna stay that night, so he like slept in his car. Like he didn't tell us anything. I'm like, bro, you went through a lot for this. Like I apologize, we didn't have anything ready. So I remember like asking him like, I need to know what do I need to have done for you like next time, or for whatever reason, like to make it easier. But he was like, yeah, storyboarding's the easiest way, just to plan shots, you know what I mean? Because otherwise like I was relying on him doing everything. But that meeting, have you done anything like as far as like a music video before, like for anything else? Is this y'all's first band?
I've been in one other music video, but it wasn't a band.
Okay.
I acted as a band.
Huh?
Yeah, this dude Elijah Red. Shout out Elijah.
You
Yeah.
acted in the music video?
I was playing guitar as a guitarist of his fake band.
Oh, his fake band?
Yeah.
Hold
Is
on.
it like popular?
It has like 2,000 or 3,000 streams. It's not super popular.
Oh, okay.
He's indie. He's pretty good. Check him
We're
out.
putting it here.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've done some video stuff before. I've tried doing like horror shorts and stuff. Like we've all like every horror like movie fan has tried to make some type of something. But yeah, this is like the first time I've actually like done research on how to like write out a script and really figure out what I want my vision to be for the music video and how to like portray it like on a screen.
Okay. So you've already kind of had interest in you know, like you're saying it's horror, but you know what you were into and like doing videos on that. But do you think some of that translates to like, or do you think you can extend like your music and your band to like another passion of yours or like another?
Oh yeah,
interest of yours?
100%. I wanted to do movies for a long time. Like I was in theater, or I was in like a theater club, like movie club or whatever. I don't remember when that was, like middle school or early high school or something like that. But I mean, I don't think I would ever like actually try to like go into something else because I don't really want to. I'm good right here, but I think doing music videos is a good way to get that other way of creativity out. But I do paint, so there's that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think my music goes into painting too, so
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I love that. I love when like bands and stuff like that like have like other talents and like utilize them to like just branch out their music into more. But like the definitely like the visual medium of like music videos, and I realized like I don't know if it's definitely just me. I'm just speaking out like based on me, but like I don't watch as many music videos as I used to. Like
Really?
I don't know if it's because of like the whole like short form content like consumption like these days, where like it's got to be like a clip or something. But as far as like being in the know, like, oh, this band just dropped a music video, let me watch it. Like I haven't done that like in a while. Like it kept up with. I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't know exactly. So,
do that.
but like I think about it from a band's perspective, and like writing something like that is cool because you get to adapt your like music into a visual medium. Like, okay, it's a completely like different like art form, and you get to kind of branch your music into that. But you're saying you still kind of do that and follow like music videos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, like whenever a band drops a song, like Ice Nine Kills dropped yesterday. I don't even like Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah.
But I think their music videos are cool. Like they actually direct it from a horror movie perspective.
Yeah.
They have like a cool storyline and all that. And so I watched that yesterday, and it was like, God damn, I can't believe they let that shit on YouTube.
Oh shit.
Like, yeah, no, it's Ice Nine Kills, but like, God damn.
I'll have to look.
seen it.
I'll have to look that up.
It's for the Terrifier movie.
Okay. Oh,
And it was like,
okay.
so the Terrifier directors directed it.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I think they did. I thought I saw them in the credits. But
that's fucking nuts.
and there was like a whole thing where it was like a wall of death, but they had like axes and shit. Like people's heads were like splitting into. It was like fucking. It was brutal as shit.
That sounds cool as fuck.
I know it is. It was. I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. I can forgive the TX2 thing. I'm just kidding. I can't.
Yeah, but so yeah, branching out into that, I definitely like him. Have you ever thought about trying to do something with your painting too?
I mean, I've sold a couple paintings before, but like, I mean, you can't make money in art unless you're an industry plant. So
It's here in industry plant.
I mean, unless you're in a money laundering scheme, you can't make any money in art.
Are you?
No.
What are you talking about?
One thing, and you might be able to try this, but I know we wanted to try it, except none of us knew how to fucking do art. But like when we released like our EP, we wanted to create art pieces for each one of like the songs and stuff like that. So again, a visual representation, not exactly like a very like literal term. Like if the song was, apple, like it wouldn't be an apple, you know what I mean? Like it'd be like we wanted to get like artists to do like interpretations of like what the songs and stuff like
That's
that.
tight.
But I mean, I think any tie-in stuff is like really cool. I always bring up Childish Gambino had an album called Because of the Internet. And they released a whole script and like a short film like for it and stuff like that. I'm like, that's tight. Like, it's
cool.
a completely like different medium, but it's other shit that he does. Let's bring it into like the music and tie it all together. Like all that shit is really cool. For people who like have those other talents to like feed also, you know what I mean? Because as much as like I think you love like one particular thing, and maybe there's people that just like have the one thing that like this is all I want to do, but a lot of people have like multiple things, so it's cool to tie those in together. Even like again like recording and stuff like that. If you find that you like that, it's like okay cool, then you realize you start recording other stuff, and I think that helps me kind of balance myself out, because I always think like if I pick one thing, it's got to be like that one thing and that's it. Like when I started like the podcast, I'm like, well, I guess like that's what I do now, you know what I mean? And then like then realizing just like, oh, I can just do whatever the fuck I want, like if I want to. Like there's nothing like it's nothing saying that like I got to do one thing forever. And like and even just the thing of like just because like you like something, you're good at something, doesn't mean like you need to do that forever. You know,
Realizing you have free will is like a crazy feeling.
yeah. Like just doing the shit that you like, dude. It's so weird. Is this simulation talk? We going to that?
I'm thinking of videos now that have that shit in it. Like,
What?
this is the first video on Earth of a man sticking a Shrek DVD in a case of peanut butter, like that type
Dude, there
shit.
was one time where I got up at like I got up at like midnight or something, and I ran downstairs because I realized I had this like big ass bucket of boba, and I just like started eating that shit like fucking cereal, and I ate like half the tub.
Yeah. Why did you have a big ass bucket of boba?
Dude, you can buy that shit just on like Amazon. It's awesome.
In a bucket?
Yes. It's just like it comes in a big ass tub. Look it up. You can buy it on Amazon for like $15. It comes in this big ass like gallon tub. You can get it in like 6 different flavors, and I got it in cherry. And then you can just like scoop it out and put it in drinks and shit. It's awesome.
But you didn't do that. You just
No, I just ate that shit. Yeah.
Someone comes into the kitchen, just like, mind your damn business.
It was a great night. Not a good morning though.
Ooh.
Yeah. Morning was rough. Remember that night when we got food poisoning at the exact same time? Yeah. There was one night.
It was on my birthday.
Yeah, it was on his birthday. I was over at his house and I ate peanuts. And then I think he ate some peanuts too. And we were playing Magic the Gathering while losers Sean and Kusha were watching like baseball or something stupid like that. Us Chads were playing Magic the Gathering. So we were eating peanuts, and then when we got home, I called him for some reason, and I was like, "Yo, I have mad diarrhea right now," and he was like, "Bro, me too," and I just hear like a loud ass. Like coming from, and it was like reverbing in the bowl too.
Reverb in the bowl, dude.
Shut up. No, I was in that bathroom for like 6 hours.
Dude,
like
it was
3
bad.
3 a.m.
I had to sleep in the bathroom. It was not very cool of us.
What the fuck? Is that we just become best friends moment, or what?
Pretty much.
That was probably the moment we knew. So, yeah.
That works. That's one way. That's one way of learning that, I guess.
Brothers shit together, man.
Shit together. Hey, if you guys ever tour, you'll have to shit together for a long time.
We're hoping to tour. We were looking at like some Oklahoma venues, and we were thinking sometime soon, maybe, but we don't know.
It's not like out of the realm of possibilities to be like really early into your band and touring. Who did I talk to?
Norman Invasion did it.
Yeah. There's a band called Postal out of Postal.
Oh,
out of
Postal.
Houston, I think.
Oh yeah, no, Houston.
Yeah.
We follow them.
Yeah, we
But
follow them.
they're like,
Wait, we're playing. Wait, have we played with them? We might have had a show and someone dropped. Anyway, but yeah.
but yeah, they were. I think they were like a year, if that, in when they started like playing out of town like very frequently, and now they play as much like out of Houston that they do, or not Houston, San Antonio, but they like play out a lot more. And again, like it's just meeting people and just fucking like, hey, let's go play over here, let's go fucking do that. But the more friends you make, the easier that shit becomes, for reals. And like Texas itself, like you can fucking tour Texas, dude, like Texas runs.
Yeah,
and play a bunch
you
of
can
different
drive
markets.
like 12 hours in Texas and still be in fucking Texas.
Yeah. No, that's why it's super popular. Because I mean, if you go, literally, you hit, DFW, San Antonio, Houston, Austin, all these fucking places, you're gonna play in front of like totally different like people. Which is again, I think it just helps spread like your band a lot more because those in person interactions like are just. I don't know. I feel like they mean more, and they're probably easier for them to come see you again. Like if they saw you live. But what's up? Do you guys take like influences like pretty seriously as far as like where they come from? Where you try to like emulate it, or do you think it just happens?
We don't try to emulate anything. I think we take. I mean. We get influenced a lot by like Knocked Loose and Kublai Khan because like we have a similar sound with like a heavy drop tuning, hardcore-y type of shit. I know they'd say they're metalcore, but like, come on, dude. Yeah, I think we get influenced by them a lot. I get influenced lyric-wise by a lot of like Radiohead and Nirvana and stuff, like alternative stuff that's like not really hardcore. But I also really love Brian Garris's like lyrics a lot. How they're just kind of composed, and it just feels not. It's so subtle, like it, but it still sounds so fucking hard. So yeah, that's the type of shit that I kind of am looking to write.
Okay,
so
the ones where you like. Hear it, not want to copy it, but it's like I want to make.
Yeah, I want to make shit like that.
That feels like this.
Yeah,
yeah. Which I think is is important to like take notice where they're coming from, but also like not overthink it. It'd be like, because there's a lot of stuff where I like point out this sounds like this. And I think earlier when I was younger, I used to always be like, this person copied this person, like whatever. And now it's just like, no, this person probably just listens to that person. Or like, you know, because I've had stuff like come out on like influences that I use, and none of them were on purpose. They were all just like, oh, like maybe I listened to, and then I think one artist that I pointed out was like, I listened to one song one time, and like, it just, that I just remembered that like somewhere in my brain it was in there, and then like I did something similar, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I'm like, I'm not trying to steal shit. It's just, that's just what happens. Like,
there are times like when we're like writing something where we literally play just like a Knocked Loose or a Kublai Khan song. And like since I'm the vocalist, I'm not like singing or anything because I don't know what they're playing. So I just like look up and I'm just like, I type it in my phone, and as soon as they're done playing, I play the exact same song. They're just like, fuck, dude. But no, I do that a lot with like people's shit. It's like, wait, I know that from, and like I'll look it up and be like, oh, that's from this and that. Or always like, you sound like this, but I kind of stopped doing it because I realized some people take offense to it sometimes, because I'm like, it's not accusing you of stealing something or like trying to copy them. It's just like, oh shit, like this. Obviously, like somewhere in their influence, whether it was conscious or unconsciously, like it's cool. Like, so when you see this, I just think that it's cool. Like that shit, like that happens where you write similar stuff and like you didn't mean to or whatever. But yeah, now like I've kept it more to myself, because all the time I was like, you know, I know where that's from. Or that's what they do. They're just like, no,
unless it's like super like blatant, like, because I have like when we were in a band, I remember telling like our guitar players like, nah, that song is exactly, it was like some A Day to Remember song, and I'm like, no, that riff is from that, we can't use that like at all.
I've had that experience.
Like,
didn't you do the Disrespect Your Surroundings breakdown riff? Like the dun-dun-dun-dun?
It's
I don't even listen
you're
to
like,
that.
oh shit, like I just wrote something, and you're like, oh fuck, it's complete. But again, the crazy stuff is that shit is just in there. Again, like you don't necessarily like that song or like remember consciously or thinking about it, but like it's in there, and sometimes like you realize like, oh, that's why that sounds good, is because I've heard this before.
And there's
something
so
like that.
many riffs too.
So
like,
many.
It's like you can't. It's so hard to write new shit.
It's impossible. Like that's the challenge of it all. Like how do you make something, how do you use these same fucking notes that have existed for fucking ever, like in a completely like new way? You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily about, you know, creating something that's completely entirely unique, because it's virtually impossible. But it's like, what are you doing with like those notes? How are you making it interesting? How are you making it relevant to you? You know what I mean? Like, how does that feel like, you know, it makes sense to come from like you as a writer?
That's why I like slam so much, because like if you like really break it down, all the like most of those riffs are the exact same. But they all find a way to make it sound like different songs and make it their own sound, which I think is sick as fuck. Like they either use like a different type of drum like thing. I don't fucking know. I'm not a drummer. Beat. I don't know, dude. But I've been a musician for like how many years? 4?
I don't know.
Something like that. And I still don't know what a drum beat is.
I don't know.
It's all good.
I met you like a year ago, dude.
Yeah, true.
It's like, I don't know.
Asking me shit I don't know.
I don't fucking know you, dude.
Is this really for me to get to know y'all, for y'all to get to know each other?
Both.
Oh shit. Do you guys have like favorite like artists or albums?
You go first. I have to think of mine.
I don't really have like all-time favorites. I have some that I like listen to a lot. But recently, it's been pretty much just Kublai Khan and Knocked Loose, because of their 2 latest releases. No skips, banger albums. Banger.
Definitely. Kublai, like I saw for the first time like 2 years ago, and that was, I think it was my first experience with Kublai at all. Like, and it was just seeing them live, and the control that man has over a fucking crowd is absolutely insane. Like, it's the hardest shit. I was like, like if he yells at you, you're doing like whatever the fuck he's saying. Like, but it was so fucking cool. I mean, the band is super fucking talented, obviously. But that crowd interaction was fucking sick. You know, like people went fucking nuts, and I'm like, oh, this is tight again, and that's what wins me over. Like a live performance, if you fucking kill that shit, like I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan. It's way easier to win me over that way than like hearing a song. Because I'll hear a shit ton of songs that I like, but like if I hear like a song that's good and like everything just like works out like on stage, I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Like I'm here for it. Like I'll come see it again. Okay, but yeah, did you think of yours?
Oh yeah. So hardcore, I would probably say number one album for hardcore. Hatebreed's first album, Is it Burn the Lies or is it Not One Truth? I don't remember what it's called, but Hatebreed's first album.
Fake fan.
I know.
Wow,
I'm sorry.
favorite album.
I know.
Favorite album. I don't know the name.
Dude,
Nuh-uh.
I just see it on Apple Music. I just know it's blue. Second favorite, Absolute, Kublai Khan, probably.
Nice.
Number 3, Terror in the Fabric of Life, Knocked Loose. The Red album.
lyrics on that.
Yeah, the lyrics on that
I don't
are.
even listen to lyrics, and that caught me.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they also, going back to the music video thing, like they made an entire like animated movie for that album.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really
it was
cool.
really sick.
It's because it's what do you call it? Where the album's like a story.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a concept album?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all the songs flowed into one another. It was a complete storyline.
That's
all the
fucking
lyrics
cool.
flowed with it too. The music video represented the meaning of the lyrics.
Yeah, it
That's
was
fucking
amazing.
tight.
Very good.
That's really cool. I'll need to check that out.
Yeah,
It's so much shit. Like I said, like, I feel like I miss a lot of stuff because of
yeah.
how much stuff is
It was
coming
only
out.
an EP, so it's kind of under the radar.
Okay. Yeah, that's fucking sick.
yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely like when people do stuff like that together.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it just spreads your music's creativity past like what its typical normal limits would be. You know what I mean? Like a visual album sounds fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like something that plays like with it, or anything that comes out like with it. You know what I mean? Stories or scripts or things like that. There's so many ways to do it. But yeah, like the live performance thing. I had someone in here and they were talking about like concert goers or show goers versus music listeners, and it's not like a 1-to-1 ratio. It's like a shit ton of people listen to music. Not everybody's going out to like watch it or this and that. What do you know? What your first shows were, or first introductions to like going to shows was?
Smashing Pumpkins.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
nice. That's a fucking good one.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them twice. And I saw a lady die at their
What?
Yeah, their last the last show I went to see them. A lady fucking died, cracked her head open.
My God.
Yeah, it was bad.
Holy shit!
It was
What the
bad.
fuck?
I know that was weird to just sorry to just like kind of trauma dump there, but yeah, no, this lady, like I saw that shit. It was like literally right there. It was fucking crazy.
What the fuck?
Like literally 3
How?
feet.
Like,
So I think she was drunk or something, and it was at the Maverick Stadium,
Okay.
American Airlines, and she was like drunk or something. So she tripped on the steps, and she just started falling over. Then her fucking head cracked open, like open, and her like
God.
came out. It was
Dude.
bad, and that's why I write fucked up lyrics, because I saw people's brains on the fucking concrete.
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What the shit? So like they
I don't remember you
fell.
telling me that.
I thought I told you that.
No.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm telling you, you're
No, I have witnesses.
Do you have, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck? So when they like fell and landed, like they were right close to you, I guess, where you saw it.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's fucking.
Ooh.
It's grody.
That's wild.
and very sad.
Yeah.
Very, yeah.
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 Anyway, what was your first concert?
No, not at the
Damn,
Smash.
R.I.P. Grandma.
Yeah, she's-
R.I.P. G-Ma.
Man, she
Hey,
smashed
bust
her
up.
pumpkin. Man.
Oh my god.
Damn, you ruthless.
Holy fuck, dude! All right,
That lady had a family.
it's all right. We're all laughing, so
Yeah.
we're all part of the problem.
Yeah.
Damn.
What was your first concert, Landon?
You still want me to answer?
Yeah.
You talking like local shows or just
Yeah, whatever,
concerts?
yeah.
Blue October.
Blue October.
Back when I was like 8 or 10. Other than that, my like real first like metal show. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I don't know.
I used to
Lost
be
in
a-
October.
Lost October.
No.
All right.
No, it wasn't. It was Gojira.
Oh shit! Yeah, Gojira.
Oh shit. Damn.
Yeah, even I know that, and that was before me.
We were apparently in like the same mosh pit.
We
I
were.
didn't know him.
Really? Yeah. That's fucking cool.
It's crazy.
Gojira, Lorna Shore, Who else? One other band. One other band we don't like. I don't know.
Apparently, yeah.
It wasn't good.
It weren't good, and yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm a little traumatized. I had to cut. I cut the tension with jokes, so that's what happened.
Yeah, no,
You're fine.
I was like, oh shit.
I was glad someone did. I
brain
couldn't think of
splattered, like,
anything.
I was like,
I was so glad I didn't. I was so glad I couldn't think of anything because like if I did, I would just seem like an asshole.
It's cool. I got it.
Hell yeah.
Like an asshole. No, that's cool. Not the ladies match. Obviously. I think not the ladies match real. I think I'm off the rails. I'm gonna try to reel it back in and wrap up, I guess, because that's all I can think of now. Okay, so working on a new album. Hopefully, maybe playing some shows out of town.
Hell yeah.
I think that's a smart move. But and the more music you have, the more it'll help promote that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Anything else you guys got on your minds? You got any questions for him?
Stream our music. Please. Yeah. Stream our music. We have a show
Next Friday.
if this comes out by then.
Won't be out.
Damn. Cut it. That was weird.
This is the
We
food
spent too
poisoning
much.
thing
We
again?
spent too much time
It's the
together.
food poisoning thing again.
It's the food poisoning, bro.
I don't think we got anything. You kind of covered what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Nice,
So-
good.
Hey, good interviewer. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like Nardwar.
We're not gonna cut this stuff out. All right, it's gonna. That pumpkin story's going in. No,
The
no
pumpkin
cuts.
story better go
The
in.
pumpkin.
No
incident.
cuts.
The pumpkin lost in October pumpkin incident.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Yeah.
I can already see the TikTok clip now. Where it's just like the blue like comment up top. Lost in October pumpkin incident.
It's just
I
gonna be-
apologize for what we said on this. I'm so
We
sorry.
should get the apologies over.
Yeah.
Hey, my bad.
Apology video in the same podcast
Hold on.
already.
You should get the cat in here so I can hold
Let's
it.
get the apology video right up. There were some comments made.
There were some comments made in this podcast about 15 minutes ago.
I didn't want to make this video.
I didn't want to make this.
But I have to.
Toxic gossip train rolling down the misinformation. I don't remember it.
Miranda sings fucking.
Dude, we should cover that. We should cover that song on the album. That would be tight.
That's fucking
Toxic gossip
I didn't want to
train.
make this video. That's a whole fucking subgenre of you.
Oh my god, dude, it is so funny to watch. It is my favorite.
Yes.
Dude, Logan Paul's is up there. What's your top three?
Logan Paul, that's it.
Logan Paul's.
They're all the ones
Logan
bad.
Paul, that girl for apologizing for TanaCon, where it was just the dude apologizing for the Reddit con where it was just like the ball pit.
Oh.
Have you seen that picture? Yeah, no, it was. I remember that, and he was just like, "I'm so incredibly sorry." I was like, "What the fuck? You sound like that, dude." But yeah, I love apology videos.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I hope none of us ever have to make any. All right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah, thank you guys for stopping by.
Of course. Thank
this
you
is
for having us.
Yeah, hopefully we'll do some more stuff together in the future. I can't wait for the album whenever it comes out. And yeah, let us know if you need help with anything.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Down to help. But yeah, this has been episode 125, Lost in October. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Time it says better lose your man. We should run away, love me instead.
Chill sounds and breakdowns.
Love me instead. It says better lose your man. We should run away together while we still can.